Alright, so this is a progress video on my 1-144 Strike Freedom mod. And as you can see, I've done quite a bit of work on rebuilding the chest completely. Yeah, that's been a chore. I have extended the cockpit, enlarged the cockpit a bit as well. I've extended the torso. As you can see, everything's just being held together by putty, except for most of the arms. The head has had only a little bit of work. The neck's been extended. The wings have the actual wings have been extended. I removed the old, I guess, peg you could call it, out of the backpack and actually put in a new one, which is reinforced on the inside of the backpack for additional strength. The wings themselves have not been modified yet. They will be quite soon. I'm actually dying for the wings, but they're doing a nice job at holding the whole kit up at the moment. Now, whoop, spoke too soon. Alright. Now I extended the backpack as well by about 4 millimeters, because it looked way too small. And I also put this small intake on top, which can just show up on camera. Now, the arms have been extended by about 3 millimeters here, 1 millimeter up top here, and I added a millimeter on the elbow joint, as well as putting these little strips of plop plate in there just to give it some detail because it looks so bland. Now let's see. So essentially this is what it is. 1 millimeter of plop plate, hole drilled in the center. Just little bits of plop plate to give it a little more life, more mechanical look to it. Now, sorry about the camera movement here. I'm just trying to do this quickly. I have a thruster based off of the Freedom's backpack. I have my sanded down back skirt, and I also cut off the back skirt completely. My peg, and the new back skirt I'm making. The new ankle joint, which is basically this ended up happening because I broke one of these, and after gluing it together, didn't really stick so well. But in the end, I ended up wanting to extend it anyway, so I've extended it. We got 3 millimeters of plop plate. We got plop plate reinforcing each side. I think that is the 0.5 millimeter, 0.5 millimeter of plop plate. It has a hole drilled straight down through it, where this nail is actually going down right into the cap. I will be cutting that off clearly. Now this has got a lot of super glue on the outside, and I also used some baby powder to help fill in the cracks because, well, let's face it, baby powder can get into the cracks, and the cracks have a tendency of coming back. So super glue, baby powder really sealed it. They're good and strong, which I'm happy with. A little more modification was done on the feet here. Primarily I put a millimeter of plop plate here, and I don't know if I posted pictures of all the details I've added. Plop plate along here, still not quite finished. Let's see, the legs I've commenced putting plop plate to really bring out some of the plating that wasn't there because they were so bland. There's 3 millimeter extensions already here. This is a thruster like on the Freedom. It's actually inspired off of the real grade, which is hiding back there. and the camera will not focus on it, of course, at the moment. Alright, going up further onto the leg, I have cut out the sides, as well as taking off their little vent here, because literally you can't see in there. It's all an aesthetic thing. They just made it so it's got a bump. I cut this open, drilled in some holes, sanded it down. I'm going to be thickening up this area anyways because I found it was too thin. The lower legs will be getting an extension of 1 millimeter at least, and I'll probably be adding a few millimeters on the front. I guess you can call that knee armor. But essentially over here there is going to be an intake. I'll have gold painted in here. And yeah, that is now stuck. But I'll be just filling that back in with more plow plate, sanding it, and probably putting some putty there. Not really much else has been modified. I mean, I've had pictures of the railguns put up for a while. They have probably been extended about 4 millimeters in total between back and front. And there was some engine detail there, and I can still make out some of it, barely. Sort of got sealed a little when I put glue in, while I was gluing it together. Literally, there's a lot of bits and pieces right now, all through here. But it is coming along. By the looks of it, since it's still going to be in 1 to 1/44 scale, I say this is probably going to be around the same height as the Unicorn. High-grade Unicorn Gundam, probably in destroy mode, or it'll be somewhere between the 19 and 21 meters of the Unicorn mode and the destroy mode. Well, that is about it for the time being, because I have to get back to some 3D modeling for school. Yay! So, thanks a lot for checking out this update, and hope you're all having good luck with your videos. Or, I'm sorry, your models.